What is up, YouTube? We are back again with the Xbox Super Show, where I feature everything Xbox related, exclusives, collections, pickups, you name it, guys. And what we're doing today is doing the last and final part to the original Xbox collection. Now, if you've seen parts 1 and 2, I've gone through about 50 games. In this last part, I'm going to do the whole shalami, whole shabammy, everything it is. We're going to do 50 plus games right now to finish off the 100 game collection. So basically what's going to go on, I'm just going to do the last 50 games that I have. And then from then on with the Super Show, we're just going to be going over Xbox related stuff. No more collection updates and stuff like that, besides the pickups. And then we're going to aim for, you know, completing that Xbox collection, which is going to be dang near impossible, but why not? We're collecting games. Let's do this. So we're going to start off right now. Let's do this. Wow.
No, Kelly Clarkson!
Alright, guys, moving into this thing. First, we're going to start off. Last game we ended with was Morrowind. The Elder Scrolls game, which was one of my favorite ones. So now we're going to just jump right into it. First off, we got Mortal Kombat Deception. And as I said in the earlier parts, we're just going to talk a little bit about each game, not too long, because I do not want to drag this out. I know Mortal Kombat Deception was a good one. When they brought back Deadly Alliance, it was really cool to see them going back into the full swing, because for a while there, Mortal Kombat was sucking it up with their games, especially with 4 and stuff like that. They really went off the deep end. Coming on for the next 2 games, we got 2 baseball MVP games. Not much to talk about, there's baseball games. Now we're going on a spin-off of the original Narc, which I believe was a way back in the day NES game. Obviously, you'd use... It's a crazy game, I don't know too much about it. Just on the back it says, use drugs to gain an extra range. Powerful arrest combos and intense curbside interrogations. This game looks insane. Maybe someday we'll pop it in, maybe not. Oh, so this might be one of the few sports game actually talks about. We have NBA Ballers right here. It was just a typical, I think one-on-one or something like that game where you just play games, and if you win you get more money, and then you can buy some cool gear, bling, everything you want, man. Going on, we also got a reboot, a remake of the original. As we all know, we loved it on the original 16-bit, but we got NBA Jam. I really loved this on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. But you have your arcadey basketball game, really great. I hear everybody like gaming off the grid and them talking so highly of this one. I have not played it. Going on, we have an NC football game. Can't say too much about it. Need for Speed Underground 2. This was a big surprise to me, especially being a, you know, not so much of a racing game, but a racing game player. But I really love the Need for Speed Underground games, especially when you can start customizing your vehicles. It was really awesome. Next we have NFL Street. Once again, another game that I'm going to talk about just slightly that I do enjoy more than the regular sports game. Now this was like NBA Ballers, where you basically played like 5-on-5, I think it was, and then you know, if you won, you got money that you could buy for gear, upgrading your players and stuff like that. One of my favorite series, it goes all the way back to the original Nintendo, but we had Ninja Gaiden. Now I can't remember if this is the black version or just Ninja Gaiden, a regular one, but very hard game, but very fun. Over the top, you guys know that game, it's insane. Going on, we have Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. I don't know too much about this, but I did play on the original PlayStation when they had Abe's Odyssey and stuff like that. This was a kind of fun game, nice puzzle game, and you can play cooperatively. And then now this game is going into the Oddworld series, which was a really weird one that people did not expect, but they made a first-person shooter game. Yeah, it was not, you know, it's over-the-top live ammo. Choose how you abuse. You basically have these little guys you put in the guns and stuff like that. I really wanted to feature this one on the channel later on because it was a very unique game that came out. More of the over-the-top. We have a Blockbuster exclusive one here, but it's just your Outlaw Golf. 9 more holes of Christmas. I really don't know too much about it. But it's just your arcadey game with over-the-top stuff with golfing. I don't know too much about this, but we have Project Snowblind. A bunch of weapons. The outcome of experimental battlefield surgery is something more than human. Unique weapons, grade warrior. You know, your typical action game. Probably one of the original best, or one of the best original Xbox games. But we have Psychonauts. I've actually played this through on the channel a long time ago. This was a very big surprise to me. I've been wanting to play the second one. I just haven't got around to it. But it was a big surprise about how amazing this game was. The story, the characters, everything. Typical Brawley Sport Racing game. We have Red Dead Revolver, which a lot of people don't know this one, but this was a pre-game to Red Dead Redemption. I don't believe it features the same characters or anything like that, but you do have, you know, the basic fun outlaw, yeah, Wild Wild West fun. Wild Wild West. Second Sight, this was a game I recently picked up on recommendation. Very intense stuff. Basically, you are paranormal stuff. I believe you can absorb, or you can possess people and do some stuff with that, and it's got guns and everything. I've been wanting to play it. It's very cool looking. We got the combo with the Sega GT 2002 and the Jet Set Radio. I don't really know too much about these games. I haven't played it, but I've always heard that the Jet Set series was amazing. We have another fun-filled game of Shell Shock Nam, which is just another over-the-top action-adventure game with, you know, featured at Nam, I'm guessing. Well, pretty sure. We got Showdown Legends of Wrestling. I've been meaning to play this one. I enjoy a lot of the wrestling games back in the day. I haven't really been too into it any years, but this featured a lot of the legendary wrestlers. So we want to talk about games that I've been needing to play. I've not gotten into the Silent Hill series. I actually haven't recently got into the Resident Evil series, starting with Biohazard, and then just going on and playing the Resident Evil 2 remake and 3 remake, and then of course Village, which I loved. The Sims 2. These are fun little games. I mean, I haven't played them much over the years, but it was just kind of a fun little one to, you know, build up a family, you know, just simulations, I guess. It's just sometimes it's just kind of mind-numbing and kind of helps you out. Sims is hit and run. You got your Grand Theft Auto, but it's with Simpsons characters basically. Then we got Sonic Heroes. Yeah, I haven't played this one much. I hear good things about it. I think these are one of the few games that was actually good that Sega put out with Sonic for a while there. It's interesting to see how that series is going now too. So there's the first 25, which would have originally been, originally would have been the third part to this series. But we're going to just smash these two together because we want to finish this up so we can actually start focusing more on the Super Show and not so much on just the collection stuff and getting another video out there. So moving on now, we have Spartan. Now this is a fun just hack and slash game, just mind-numbing. You just sit there and there's waves and waves of enemies coming through and you just get through it. You use stuff to upgrade. I've actually played this a little bit on the channel, but this is a very good, surprising game for Sega. We have Spider-Man. Does whatever a Spider-Man can. This is your basic Spider-Man game where you swing around and you fight your guys. These, I think, was one of the original, or one of the ones where the Spider-Man series actually started taking off and the game started getting more open world and very good. One of my favorite games. I thought I had the first one, maybe I didn't. We have Star Wars Battlefront 2. This has got to be one of my favorite games off the Xbox. I still play it to this day. Every once in a while I'm popping in. I've even hooked my Xbox up just to play this a few times. Great game, love it. You play through, you start off as a mind-numbing freaking, excuse my language, soldier, and then later on you can unlock and then play the legendary heroes and stuff. Here we got Star Wars The Old Republic 1. God, I really thought I had 2, but I don't. Don't have the KOTOR 2, guys. It's really crazy. But really good games. I remember spending so much time as this when I was a kid, playing through it and doing, both an evil and good character. It's your Dungeons and Dragons style RPG, but of course with Marvel. I'm gonna pull this in a little bit more. Another Star Wars game. Obi-Wan, I don't know too much about this. I have not actually played it through. It looks fun. Obviously, you play as Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this is another Star Wars game I really haven't got into, but you have Jedi Star Wars, Starfighter. This one copy is a special edition. But I think it was just basically kind of like Rogue One, but newer. Going on, we have Stolen. Now, I picked this one up, and it actually seemed pretty intense to me. Looking on the back of it, it seems almost like a Mission Impossible. Your main character is a sexy, high-tech thief for hire with an everyday job turned sour. You know how those everyday jobs turn sour, guys. That's how it goes. Going on, we have The Suffering. Now, this is a game that always gets recommendations. It's gruesome, it's action-packed, it's freaking prison as hell is all it says on the back. Definitely need to check that one out. Going on, so I love this movie and I love this game. This is kind of a sequel slash prequel, kind of tie into the movie. You don't play as, you know, with Kurt Russell and them. You play as some of the other crew that I think that crash lands. Very fun. When you fight the thing and stuff, it's a really hidden feature that I don't think anybody talks enough about. Time Splitters 2. So I don't know too much about this one. I just know that everybody's always recommended it. Through a lift in space and time, so it's got like the Prince of Persia features, but it's a first-person shooter. So you got time splitting. So next 4 of these is just your Tom Clancy games. I know Chill Scissors talks a lot about Splinter Cell, about how good those games are. Now I'm not too familiar with Ghost Recon and stuff like that, but these are kind of fun little games. I've been meaning to actually dive into the Splinter Cell games to see how well they are. True Crime, Streets of LA. I've heard a lot about these. I think I played this at one point, and it kind of reminded me a lot of like a Grand Theft Auto slash. I'm trying to think of that other bullet time game. But just, yeah, you get your bullet time and stuff like that, I believe. I don't know too much about it. Erps. I remember picking this game up as a kid and being so pissed because I got Sims busting out too, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought Erps was going to be the same, but it's more of a story-based Sims game, which isn't as fun. Van Helsing. I have not played the game. I love the movie. I love the character in general. Fighting and taking down Dracula and all the werewolves and everything. Very interested in that one. This series is still going good to this day, but we have Return to Wolfenstein. I don't know how well this one is. I've been playing a lot of the newer ones, and they've been amazing, but I've been meaning to play that one. Now, this is one of those very surprised games that was... is this not the one I'm thinking of? We have Wolverine's Revenge. Oh, this is not the game I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Wolverine Origins. Fun game, though. I played a little bit of Prepare to Meet Your Makers. You're just basically playing as Wolverine. You go against Sabretooth and stuff like that. I was thinking of the Origins game. It's very good. WrestleMania 21, Become a Legend. Just your typical wrestling game, but it has like John Cena, Mankind, and everything in there. It's got a lot of the legends in it. And then the last two, I talked about Marvel Ultimate Alliance and stuff like this, but then we have the X-Men Legend series, which is basically the same, if I had to say, but you just play mainly as the X-Men characters, obviously. So there you have it, my first 100 games in the series, guys. I love, like I said, I'm going to keep going with this. We're going to start doing pickup videos. We're going to be doing exclusive videos, talking about just Xbox in general on this. I probably will not be releasing this show as often as some other stuff maybe on the channel. But I want to try and put a lot more time and effort into this and maybe focus just on the original Xbox. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm finishing off my complete collection right now of what I have for original Xbox games. And from then on out, we will start just doing pickups and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, stay retro, my friends, and have yourself a great day.